Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. While Dhruva Mahāraja was passing through space, he gradually saw all the planets of the solar system, and on the path he saw all the demigods in their aeroplane showering flowers upon him like rain. Dhruva Maharaja thus surpassed the 7 planetary system of the great sages who are known as Saptrishi. Beyond that region, he achieved the transcendental situation of permanent life in the planet where Lord Vishnu lives. The self-effulgent Vaikunt planets by whose illumination alone all the illuminating planets within this material world gives off reflected light cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. Only person who constantly engage in welfare activities for other living entities can reach the Vaikunt planets. Person who are peaceful, equipoised, cleansed, and purified, and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities, keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord, they alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to Godhead. In this way, full Krishna conscious Dhruva Maharaj, the exalted son of Maharaj Uttanpad, attained the summit of the 3 statues of planetary system. Sant Maitreya continued, my dear Vidur, descendant of Kuru, as a herd of bulls circumambulates a central pole on their right side, all the luminaries within the universal sky unceasingly circumambulate the abode of Dhruva Maharaj with great force and speed. After observing the glories of Dhruva Maharaj, the great sage Narada, playing his veena, went to the sacrificial arena of Recitation and very happily chanted the following 3 verses. The great sage Narada said, simply by the influence of his spiritual advancement and powerful austerity, Dhruva Maharaj, the son of Suniti, who was devoted to her husband, acquired an exalted position not possible to attain even for the so-called Vedantist or strict follower of Vedic principles, not to speak of ordinary human beings. The great sage Narada continued, just see how Dhruva Maharaj, aggrieved at the harsh words of his stepmother, went to the forest at the age of only 5 years and under my direction underwent austerity. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is unconquerable, Dhruva Maharaj defeated him with the specific qualification possessed by the Lord devotees. Dhruva Maharaj attained an exalted position at the age of only 5 or 6 years, after undergoing austerity for 6 months. Alas, a great Kshatriya cannot achieve such a position even after undergoing austerity for many, many years. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidur, whatever you have asked from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruva Maharaj, I have explained to you in all detail. Great saintly persons and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruva Maharaj. By hearing the narration of Dhruva Maharaj, one can fulfill desires for wealth, reputation, and increased duration of life. It is so auspicious that one can never go to a heavenly planet or attain Dhruva Loka, which was achieved by Dhruva Maharaj, just by hearing about him. The demigods also become pleased because this narration is so glorious and it is so powerful that it can counteract all the results of one's sinful actions. Anyone who hears the narration of Dhruva Maharaja and who repeatedly tries with faith and devotion to understand his pure character attains a pure devotional platform and execute pure devotional service. By such activity, one can diminish the threefold miserable condition of material life. Anyone who hears this narration of Dhruva Maharaja and who repeatedly this yeah uh, anyone who hears this narration of Dhruva Maharaja acquires exalted qualities like him. For anyone who desires greatness, prowess, or influence, here is the process by which to acquire them, and for thoughtful men who want adoration, here is a proper means. The great sage Maitreya recommended. One should chant of the character and activities of Dhruva Maharaja both in the morning and in the evening with great attention and care in a society of Brahmanas or other twice born persons. Person who have completely taken shelter of lotus feet of Lord should recite this narration of Dhruva Maharaja without taking remuneration. Especially, recitation is recommended on the full moon or dark moon day. On the day after Ekadashi, on the appearance of Shravan star at the end of particular tithi or the occasion of Vyatipada at the end of the month or on Sunday. Such recitation should, of course, be performed before a favorable audience. When recitation is performed this way without professional motive, the reciter and audience become perfect. The narration of Dhruva Maharaja is sublime knowledge for the attainment of immortality. Persons aware of the absolute truth can be led to the path of truth. Those who, out of transcendental kindness, take on the responsibility of becoming master protectors of the poor living entities automatically gain the interest and blessings of the demigods. The transcendental activities of Dhruva Maharaja are well known all over the world, and they are very pure. In childhood, Dhruva Maharaja rejected all kind of toys and playthings, left the protection of his mother, and seriously took shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. My dear Vidur, I therefore conclude this narration, for I have described to you all the details.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, very nice. How did you find reading?
Yeah, it was good. So we have been reading since few sessions about Dhruva Maharaja, and this character is very inspiring when you are in this path
Mhm.
of devotion, and you can learn a lot of things from him.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much. Let's try to see further what we can relish, yeah, and also nourish for our spiritual advancement from this very important conclusion of Dhruv Maharaj pastime. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथा मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतापदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललित श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमस्य लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। So in the fourth canto, we are in the initial 12 chapters where we covered very important aspects of Uttanapada dynasty, and in the dynasty comes Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is an exemplary personality, a great devotee, a Bhagavat. In many ways, he shows how one can develop bhakti, and that too Tivra bhakti, very intense. Why? Because at the age of 5 or 6, within 6 months of tapobala, he attained the Supreme Lord. And we will use these few verses to kind of touch different aspects of Dhruva Maharaj, and also uh, conclude with what is the result by hearing to such kathas. To start with, while Dhruva Maharaj was passing through space, he gradually saw all planets of the solar system, and on the path he uh, saw all the demigods in their airplanes, showering flowers upon him like rain. So we see what is the great jubilation to have the darshan of a devotee. So all the demigods are also quite uh, uh, festive with seeing this, and then he also they also showered flowers. And then the next is saying Dhruva thus surpassed 7 planetary systems, Saptamandal, where the Saptarishis reside, and beyond that region he achieved the transcendental situation uh, of perfect permanent life in the planet where Lord Vishnu lies. So it is this lok which is situated mm, below the Maharloka and above the Swargaloka, Bhur, Bhuvar, Swar, Loka, and then this Dhruva planet is situated just below Maharloka, but the residents of this Dhruva Loka are the devotees of Lord Vishnu. And then this next verses are explaining the glories of this planet. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets, by whose illumination alone all the illuminating planets within this material world give off reflected light. So we see that we think that the source of this planet for its light is sun. Uh, as we know that these are not Swayam Prakashis. They don't emanate illuminate light by themselves, but by what? Here we see this Vaikuntha planet's illumination alone will illuminate all the planets that are in the material world. Cannot be, and these planets cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. So that would be a very important quality. If we want, such a great position. Purport, I think Prabhupada is mentioning. In the spiritual world, the Vaikuntha lokas are therefore illuminated. There is therefore no need of sun, moon, or electric light. It is in fact that illumination of Vaikuntha planets which is reflected in the material sky. Only by this reflection are the suns in the material universes illuminated. Hmm. So, our understanding, scientific understanding of sun emitting sunlight is what we think because of this gases, hot gases burning, which have a very high temperature. When we know that in the world, unless it is a in theory, yeah, something can exist forever. You see that okay, sun also because it's emitting gases. How long can it emit? There will be end. There will be end of this world. There will be end of that sun, planet, and all these things. But we see the illumination of these is coming from the spiritual sky. Only by this reflection are the suns in the material universe is illuminated. After the illumination of the sun, all the stars and moons are illuminated. In other words, all the luminaries in the material sky borrow illumination from Vaikuntha Loka. From this material world, however, people can be transferred to Vaikuntha Loka if they incessantly engage in worship, in welfare activities of all other living entities. So, just like if we compare ourselves, not everyone is offered a prime minister role, not everyone is offered a president role, not everyone is offered a very elevated position. It is only one who can really understand the needs of others, who can really help out others. He only can become qualified, eligible for serving. So these planets, where these planets are predominated by the mode of service, uh, to attain that, one has to engage in service. And here we see if they incessantly engage in welfare activities for all other living entities. Such incessant welfare activities can really be performed only in Krishna consciousness. We may immediately think, okay, that people in mode of goodness, because they are also doing a lot of philanthropic activities by digging wells. Of course, these days no wells, directly bores. What do you call planting trees? I think these days planting trees have become disturbing because uh, that comes on the way of putting up nice mm, layouts, buildings. So let's occupy that space. Let's cut off trees on the roads. Okay, yeah, maybe little, but yeah, not much because we need roads. Yeah, one, what do you call this? One lane road has become a 2 lane road. Now there becomes 4 lane road and 6 lane road. All these lanes are coming at the cost of what? At the cost of trees. In the past, trees were all over, but trees are being cut. So, so that is also gone. So what is gone? Digging wells is gone. Constructing, I mean, protecting trees or planting trees is gone. Anyway, so I mean that way, real philanthropic ideas are always being challenged by the greedy um, intentions of the people who are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So they do not see what is really good. Only uh, people who are in the goodness are eligible to understand what is Krishna consciousness and what is the higher purpose of it. And only in that case they will not give up their good ideas to carry forward and re-establish, to revive, to revolt, and bring a revolution of real goodness that is possible only in Krishna consciousness. There is no philanthropic work within this material world but Krishna consciousness that can engage a person 24 hours a day. Only that is possible. A Krishna conscious being is always engaged in planning how to take all of the suffering humanity back home, back to God. That is the real charity. That is the real mercy. If we really want to give a relief to the people who are suffering, We don't want to give them a temporary suffering, freedom from temporary suffering. We want to show them a way that you don't have to suffer anymore. That is really big thing. Is it really difficult thing? No. We just do and we just show. We ask them to follow. That's it. If we have this in our mind, then it's not so difficult. It's not so difficult. Mm, um, like, okay, to show others, I might have to go to um, um, take the path like Dhruva Maharaj, leave my family. Uh, oh no, how is it possible? How can they take care? How can I take care of myself? No, I can't do it. No, the best thing in Krishna consciousness is we can absorb ourselves in devotional activities. What are they? As simple as eating prasadam. We are anyway eating, let's eat prasadam. That we are engaged in eating prasadam, that's why we are Krishna conscious. And if we are good cooks, expert, then let's cook and also offer to others around us. Yeah, I mean, anyway, so in that way, there are some very, very simple ways of how one can become Krishna consciousness while one is still carrying himself with his day-to-day life. So even if one is not successful in reclaiming all the fallen souls back to Godhead, still because he is Krishna consciousness, his path to Vaikuntha Lok is open. We don't know what is our capacity, but even if we cannot fulfill to a greater extent, to a larger, broader scale, but at least because we are doing that will guarantee our ticket. It's nice to carry everyone, others, our near and dear, but at least let's not just get carried away that we are going in their path, but rather we stick to our plan. He personally becomes qualified to enter the Vaikuntha Lok, and if anyone follows such a devotee, he also enters into Vaikuntha Lok. So this is the opportunity. The opportunity we always think about our family and friends, about society. I want also all of them. Yes, it is possible if we follow, and if they follow us, in that way we can. Others who engage in envious activities are known as karmis. Karmis are envious of one another. Simply for sense gratification, they can kill thousands of innocent animals. Uh, that is the lower kind of beings, always thinking of their own sense gratification. For matter of taste, they can kill animals. Gyanis are not as sinful as karmis, but they do not try to reclaim others back to Godhead. Just giving vidya dan, huh? What is it called? Is it right? Shastra, by dan. But if that is not right one, if it is not based on the real purpose of going back to Godhead, all the knowledge, just becoming expert scientist, expert policeman, expert, all these experts are of no use if it doesn't develop Krishna consciousness in them. If it doesn't develop the devotional dimension, uh, all other things are, yeah. Do we really enjoy a 2D picture or a 3D? We really enjoy 3D, the real life. And the third dimension is spiritual dimension. In whatever we do, if we see always the third dimension is there, uh, then it's really complete. So that spiritual dimension, if it is missing, then all whatever we do, whether it is supplying food for many people or even supplying knowledge, uh, many people is no use. They perform austerities for their own liberation. uh, Yogis are also entangled in self aggrandizement by trying to attain mystic powers. Even that's not, because what will we do with these powers? Hmm. How easy it is in today's uh, age. Hmm. In this age, it's not possible. But devotees, Vaishnavas, who are servants of the Lord, can come forward in the actual field of working in Krishna consciousness to reclaim fallen souls. Only Krishna conscious persons are eligible to enter into the spiritual world. That is clearly stated in the Bhagavad Gita and is confirmed in this verse also. There is no one dearer to Lord. than who preaches the gospel of Bhagavad Gita to the world. So it is very important. We don't have to, yeah, sometimes people think that, oh, why this person is talking only Bhagavad Gita when there are so many nice Mahakavyas and so many historical things that are there. Uh, if we can, if we can take support of Bhagavad Gita, we are straight and clear. The message is very clear. Krishna has said in a very precise, concise, and complete in its completeness in the form of Bhagavad Gita. We, the five subject matters that are covered. And if we can preach this, then the world will change. So the next glories of Dhruvaloka are further explained. Here is saying, for persons who are peaceful, equipoised, here, Shanta Samadrisa Suddha Sarva Bhuta Anu Raga Jana Anuranjana, Bhuta Anuranjana, for everyone's pleasure. Yanti Anjasachyuta Padam Achyuta Priya Bandhava. So, not any kind of activities, not any kind of qualities. We may think, hey, I am not harming others. And we are taking again to the Yoga Sutras. What is the first one? Yama Niyama. So, with person who are peaceful, equipoised, cleansed, and purified, and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities, all this come under that. But keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to God. We cannot say that I am exceptional, let me try my way. Our ways are most likely cooked up, concocted. This is something like no guarantee, just like we are building a castle made of playing cards, that too where just near to an ocean or a sea, on the beach, on no foundation. What is the guarantee we have? We think no, it will be there. No, it's not like that. So the description of this verse fully indicates that only devotees are eligible to enter into the kingdom of God. The first point stated is that devotees are peaceful, for they have no demands for their personal sense gratification. So this we might have felt when we have come to Krishna consciousness. Maybe there were some initial waves that were pushing us hard, giving us tough time. But slowly, when we are settling in the waves, in the ocean of devotion, then what we find is there is only tranquility. And in the tranquility, we can also stay tranquil. Why? Because so many people are not able to penetrate through those waves to disturb us. Now we are little stabler than because these waves have been gone. We are more peaceful. We don't care if someone do not appreciate us. We don't care if someone is trying to disturb us. We don't care. The disturbances of Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Atmika Kleshas, miseries. No, we are finding peace. That is first point. But they have no demand for their personal sense gratification. All these are coming when we have desires to enjoy. But we understand that who are we to first enjoy? We are just servants of the Lord. They are simply dedicated to the service of the Lord. Karmis cannot be peaceful because they are they have immense demands for sense gratification. And Gyanis, they cannot be peaceful because they are too busy trying to attain liberation or merge in the Supreme. Similarly, yogis are also restless to get mystic power, but a devotee is peaceful because he is fully surrendered to the Lord. Then the next quality is devotee is equipoised. Equipoised is very, very important that we lead a clean life, that we don't create we don't create karma or vikarma. He sees everyone on the same transcendental platform. A devotee knows that although a conditioned soul has a particular type of body according to his activities, actually everyone is part and parcel of the Lord. A devotee sees all living entities with spiritual vision and does not discriminate on the platform of bodily concept of life. If, again, all these can serve us as a checklist, how much have we advanced? Did we advance at all or not? Huh? Are we appreciating others compared to in the past? In the past, it was all that I was looking for appreciation. Have we give up this? Even if others don't appreciate, am I focusing myself on the service? After all, activities are for what? The objective is to do to please others. If we know this, even if others are not appreciating it, uh, we know that it brings spirituality in them. It brings them closer to the Lord. Let me stretch. Let me go a step forward. And in that way, going closer to Krishna. And this is what is equipped. And then a devotee sees all living entities with spiritual vision and does not discriminate uh, on a bodily platform. We are not saying that he is very bad. You know what? Is that he is this? No, we see that he actually is a spirit soul. He is in a diseased condition. A person who is in a hospital, we see that so many patients of different kinds are there. After all, they are struggling already with their own problems because of their karmic reactions. Do we want to add more on it? This guy is like that. No, we do not see any difference. We only see them all as beings. Such qualities develop only in the association of devotees. So that is the power of devotee association. We cannot develop on a day one by reading some newspapers or self healing books. Like, okay, humanity is so nice, that gives us peace of mind and all these things. We may think uh, in that sense, um, it is very what I wanted to say is kind of very narrow-minded. We want to see that everyone is having a spirit soul, everyone is dearer to Krishna. I may not feel I am dear to Krishna, but Krishna feels that I am dear to him. Similarly, Krishna feels everyone dearer to him. I don't know at what level, but definitely everyone. Krishna sees everyone is part and parcel. So, factually, whoever lives in the society automatically develops Krishna consciousness. So, we want to benefit from this. Without association of devotees, one cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. We cannot. Can someone very shortly say what is the benefit that you found in Krishna consciousness compared to before coming to Krishna consciousness, when you were struggling or when you were working your own way in bhakti, going yourself to temple, worshiping yourself and all? What did the difference? What is the difference you found? Hmm?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. For me, three things. Sorry, please pardon my voice, Prabhuji. Yeah. So for me, it is one is guided Shiksha Guru, which is somebody like you, and then association of devotees and service mindset. Because previously I used to read the scriptures, but make my own assumptions of this. And with the Shiksha Guru, we are able to get the right interpretations. And the service mindset of devotees makes me very much humble, and association helps me to stay on track.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Krishna consciousness, all devotees trying to encourage, uplift each others without any self, what to say,
Motives. Yeah.
motivating each other, uplift each other, encouraging each other. That is
Nice.
very humble, very kind, very helping.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, nice. Thanks, Dipali Mataji. Satish Prabhu. Yeah, so we have definitely seen all these benefits of being in association of right people. We all are. Do you know what is the meaning of colony? Yeah, in India we may have seen so many. In the cities there are so many colonies. We have French colony, we have Dutch colony, we have Portugal colonies. Do you know all this? Someone, and not only that, now we are seeing Nehru colony, Gandhi colony, all this. What does a colony means?
Where people are living together.
Yeah, but where people are not just living together, where people would like to live together.
Like to live together, right?
Yeah. Of course, these days we don't know the deeper understanding of this, but actually, just like a colony, even if you see in the forest, there are colonies. What kind of colonies are these? These are colonies of zebras. These are colonies of elephants. Yeah. Why they call colony? Because these are they want to live together. Do you see an elephant want to go on its own? No, they also have a this family spirit of living together. Yeah, that's the meaning of colony. I don't know why did I bring this word here. Yeah, by nature, humans want to live in a colony kind of environment, except some who are really frustrated, who don't like, or who really have some selfish, capitalistic ideologies where he thinks, no, don't want to be there because my position is challenged. Everyone will know about my greatness. Some people, because of egoistic ideas, they don't want, but otherwise, everyone is looking for what? Company. Everyone is looking for what? Association. Everyone is looking to live with people. Only challenge is because we don't get what we want. That's why people slowly want to move to different colonies, and in that way, from Jhopalpatti, from a slum area, which is also cherished by people who can really see love and affection. They go to a next colony and next colony, and in that way, they come to a higher societies. And after coming to higher societies, these days when we hear what kind of things they are that's going on, we get, oh my God, what is happening in today's world? Lots of drugs, isn't it? What is happening in these days? The more you go higher, from the quality of life is also messed up in a greater scale. Taking to alcohol, taking to smoking, taking to illicit sex life, all these things are considered as social status or high status, isn't it? Once there were bars only outside, that too outside the what do we call this, residential areas. Now these shops have come inside. That itself was already a big thing. In villages, those bars were outside, but they got in. I don't know how the licenses came, but interesting. Did it stop there? I have read so many times that on Gandhi Jayanti, what happens? People are literally cursing that, oh, what is this? What is this? That today the shops are closed. And no, those days are gone. Now, where are the wine shops? Inside the home. What do they call? Mini bars. Krishna. Isn't it? No, have you not seen any mini bars? Now it became a status. Someone has a nice cellar or some nice room, a place where they have nicely decorated. I don't know, even if there is a nice puja mandap at the home. The puja mandap is within, you know what, a small uh, cupboard space, whereas a bar has its own space. No, isn't the case? You haven't come across like that? Others? Anyway, so yeah, at least I have seen them, which I could recollect when we go. So here, factually, whoever, therefore, ISKCON is there. Actually, whoever lives in the society automatically develops Krishna consciousness. That is what is very clear. And devotees are dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead is only dear to devotees. Krishna is saying that I am impartial to everyone. Yes, but still he is saying I am dear to my devotees. So treatment will be same for everyone. But devotees are giving the Lord special treatment, and the Lord is reciprocating that special treatment. In that way, what he is doing, he is genuinely honoring devotees for what they are doing extra. We invite everyone, dear Sarika Mataji, please, you're invited to the program happening Sunday, tomorrow, in Noise. I think you can make it. We invite everyone without discrimination. We request everyone to sit down and chant the Hare Krishna mantra and take as much prasad as we can supply, and thus everyone is pleased with us. This is the qualification. Sarva Bhutanuranjanaha. As for purification, now we talk about no one can be more pure than devotees. We may think that no, so many things, they are pure, as long as they are still thinking about their benefit along with others' benefit, then they are still not at a pure platform. Anyone who once utters the name of Vishnu immediately becomes purified inside and outside. Yes, Maret, Pundari Kaksham. Sabhyantara Suchihi. So inside and outside they are clean. Since a devotee constantly chants Hare Krishna mantra, no contamination of material world can touch him. He is therefore actually purified. Muchi Haya Suchi Haya Yadi Krishna Bhaje. It is said that even a cobbler or person born in family of cobbler can be elevated to position of Brahmana Suchi if he takes to Krishna consciousness. Such a sublime, simple philosophy. Who is teaching these days? Even in India, we see there is so much discrimination that you are a Brahman means only you are like that. If you are Shudra means like this, you are a Kshatriya means like that. A lot of discrimination is there. Here, devotees do not see all this. Why? Because we see that even if one doesn't matter what kind of lifestyle they had, what kind of birth they have, if they are chanting, let's bring them to the party. Any person who is purely Krishna conscious and who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is the purest in the whole universe. So I just took one purport. In that way, they are very nice purports, which will take, I think, 4 hours for us to just cover these last few verses. And now coming, thus Dhruva. In this way, fully Krishna conscious Dhruva Maharaj, exalted son of Mahārāja, attained the summit of the 3 statuses of planetary systems. So, in that way, Dhruva Maharaj, Krishna Parayana, this also comes for Narada. Here we see who is that? Dhruva Krishna Parayana. We know Rasa Parayana, Krishna Parayana, Parayana one who is this actual word we see as Krishna conscious. Fully Krishna conscious. The exact Sanskrit terminology for Krishna consciousness is herein mentioned Krishna Parayana. Parayana means going forward. Anyone who is going forward to the goal of Krishna is Krishna Parayana or fully Krishna conscious. Example of Dhruva Maharaj, we can see that from what stage to what stage he has done fully Krishna conscious. Why? Because he met another Krishna Parayana devotee. Who was that? Narad Muni. The example of Dhruva Maharaj indicates that every Krishna conscious person can expect to reach the topmost summit of all 3 planetary systems within the universe. A Krishna conscious person can occupy an exalted position beyond the imagination of any ambitious materialist. What is that? How can we confirm that? That will be discussed from verse number 44 to 52. And then what is that? Gambhira Vegan. And when he is there, everyone is circumambulating him. Jyotisham Chakram Ahitam. Yasmin Brahmati Kauravya Medhyam Iva Gavam Gana. So anyway, all this is going, and then what is happening after this? Narad Muni left to Prachetas. Yeah, that is the, and Narad Muni is glorifying whom? Narad Muni. After observing the glories of Dhruva Maharaj, the great Narada, playing his veena, went to the sacrificial arena of Prachetas. This, I think, this will come in fourth canto, chapter 29 or something, or kind of before closing this canto. The great sage Narada was spiritual master of Dhruva Maharaj. Certainly, he was very glad to see Dhruva's glories. As a father is very happy to see son's advancement in every respect, so the spiritual master is very happy to observe the ascendancy of his disciple. So this is also, if we want to please the Lord, we are worshipping. In the similar way, if we want to please a spiritual master, we take to his instructions, and thus we can please him. And now Narad Muni is glorifying the greatness of his disciple. So this is a proud state where when the disciple does something great, anyone who hears, oh no, we have not come there. We still are here. 41. Here, Narada is saying, simply by the influence of his spiritual advancement and powerful austerity, Dhruva, the son of Suniti, who was devoted to her husband, acquired an exalted position not possible to attain even for the so-called Vedantists. Not even Vedantists can get it. Vedavad is, they cannot get. This shows that what, and then here, what to speak of ordinary human beings? Ordinary human beings cannot even attain. Even great people, they cannot attain. The purport here is this. The expression Vedavada Rata is also found in Bhagavad Gita, referring to persons who are attached to the Vedas without understanding the purport of Vedas. So we may see so many people are expert with Sanskrit, they are expert with some shlokas, some what do you call this, shastras. But if they see these are only Vedas, do not see that the Lord is to be served, that is the purpose of the Vedas, then he is called Vedavadis. Such persons may go on talking about Vedas or may execute austerities in their own way, but it is not possible for them to attain to such an exalted position as Dhruva Maharaj. As far as ordinary kings are concerned, it is not at all possible. This is what is meant. The specific mention of kings is significant because formerly kings were also Raja Rishis. For the kings were as good as great rishis. That's why Raja Rishi means is as good as rishis who have goodness predominated. But without devotional service, neither a great king, a Kshatriya, nor a great Brahmana strictly adhering to Vedic principles can be elevated to the exalted position attained by Dhruva Maharaj. And then, what did he do? Here he's saying, yeah, Panchavarsho Gurudara Vak Sarer. He's saying, just at the age of 5 years, Bhinnena Yato Hridayena Dhuyata Vanam Mad Adesha, with my orders, Karo Ajitam Prabhum. What did he do? He has done which is unconquerable. Ajitam. Jitam means victory. Ajitam means not possible. Unconquerable. To please. Jigaya, he defeated. So here Dhruva Maharaj Narada is saying, just see how Dhruva Maharaj, aggrieved by at the harsh words of his stepmother, went to the forest at the age of only 5 years, and under my direction underwent austerity. So we do not want to just be a free flying. We don't know where we will fly. Just like when there is a tsunami, or what do you call this? What do you call this? Thai floods is waters, and what is this air that typhoons in US they call typhoons? Storms, yeah, wind storms. So if we are just kind of a piece of a paper or a plastic cover, we are just taken away. We have no control. We are just flying wherever it is. But here we're seeing that he has the direction under the direction of a guru. A guru is heavy and his instructions will be heavy. When we can take these, we maintain that heaviness to independent of however the storm is, we can still maintain the weight, and then by following the instructions we can attain the supreme. Dhruva Maharaj defeated him with the specific qualifications possessed by the Lord's devotees. So here, Bhakta Guna Parajitam, that is what is, the Lord is conquered. This is what, see, the Lord is unconquerable. That comes here. The Lord forgets his exalted position and willingly submits to the pure devotee. So the Lord is Ajitam. No, he cannot be conquered, but he gets conquered willingly. To whom? To a devotee. This devotional service was of course executed under the direction of Narada. This is the first principle of devotional service, Adho Guru Ashrayam. We may think, we may spend time, we may doubt this process, but as long as we are doing this, we are just delaying our advancement. We have no choice except to accept a right bona fide spiritual master in our life. Sometimes when the Guru is coming, we may not take up, and when we want to take, Guru may not be there. So we should not kind of ignore, neglect the opportunity in our way. We should immediately grab it and then make best of it. There is no other way. There is no other way except by first taking the instructions from the spiritual master. Only the here we're seeing what is that? Ado Guru Ashrayam. In the beginning, one must accept a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. And if a devotee follows strictly the direction of the spiritual master, as Dhruva Maharaj followed the instruction of Narada Muni, then it is not difficult for him to achieve the favor of the Lord. The sum total of devotional qualities is development of unalloyed love for Krishna. So we may think, no, I am devotee, I am doing what is it called? Charity, donations, and all these things. But if I still have desire for material benefit, so if I do not develop the taste for love of Godhead, it's not right. The Mayavadi philosophers aspires to become one with the Supreme Lord, but the devotees surpasses that position. Not only does the devotee become one in quality with the Supreme, but he sometimes becomes the father, mother, or master of the Lord. These are different rasas through which one can relish, serve the Lord. Arjuna also by his devotional service made Lord Krishna his chariot driver. Sakyabhas. He ordered the Lord, put my chariot here, and the Lord executed his order. These are some examples of how a devotee can acquire the exalted position of conquering the unconquerable. And final verse is what he's saying. Narad Muni is saying, Kshatrā bandhur bhuvi tasyadhirudam. So here he's saying that Dhruva Maharaj attained an exalted position at age of only 5 or 6 years after undergoing austerities for 6 months. Alas, a great Kshatriya cannot achieve such a position even after undergoing austerities for many years. Many years, not possible. So here Dhruva Maharaj was very proud of having a devotee disciple like Dhruva Maharaj. He had many other disciples, but he was very pleased with Dhruva Maharaj because in one lifetime, by dint of his severe penances and austerities, he had achieved Vaikuntha, which was never achieved by any other king's sons or Raja Rishis throughout the universe. There is the instance of great King Bharat, who was also a great devotee, but he attained Vaikuntha in 3 lives. This also we will discuss later. In the first life, although he executed austerities in the forest, he became a victim of too much affection for a small deer. So, one life as a king, second life as a deer, and then Rahuguna. Although he executed austerities, he became victim, and in his next life, he has to take birth as a deer. Although he had a deer body, he remembered his spiritual position, but he still had to wait until the next life for perfection. In the next life, he took birth as Jada Bharat. Of course, in that life, he was completely free from all material entanglement and he attained perfection and was elevated to Vaikuntha. The lesson from life of Dhruva Maharaj is that if one likes, one can attain Vaikuntha in one life without waiting for many other lives. My Guru Maharaj Sri Śrīmad Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada used to say that every one of his disciples could attain Vaikuntha Lok in this life without waiting for another life to execute devotional service. One simply has to become as serious and sincere as Dhruva Maharaj, then it is quite possible to attain Vaikuntha Loka and go back home, back to Godhead in one life. So this is, if you want to understand the whole Dhruva Maharaj pastime, this verse, this translation is the essence. Means it is possible. It's not like, oh, I even do not see the Lord with my eyes. I still have all my material desires in my heart. Is there a chance? It is possible. It is possible. The only thing we need is determination and seriously taking shelter of the spiritual master and following his word. Let me go through the Falastuti quickly. From Okay, 44. And now Maitreya Rishi is telling to Vidura, this is the samvad between Maitreya and Vidura, which Maitreya Rishi is bringing up this through Maharaj pastime. And he's saying, whatever you have asked from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruva Maharaj, I have explained to you in all detail. Great saintly person devotees very much like to hear about Dhruva Maharaj. So, and then what is the benefit? Looking by hearing the narration of Dhruva Maharaj, one can fully fulfill desires for wealth, reputation, and increased duration of life. See, these are like secondary benefits, but at the moment, what to do? Might be that these are our primary benefits we want. Unless we really long for love of Godhead, what are our desires? Could be wealth, reputation, my name, because after all, whatever I'm doing it for recognition. In a company, if we see that okay, I'm doing for a purpose, and increased duration of life. Who wants? I go to the Lord, pray, oh please, Lord, give me long life. So, by just hearing narration of Dhruva Maharaj, we get everything. It is so auspicious that one can even go to a heavenly planet or attain Dhruva Lok, which was achieved by Dhruva Maharaj just by hearing about him. The demigods also become pleased because this narration is so glorious and it is so powerful that it can counteract all the results of one's sinful actions. Even the effect of what we have done can be purified. Why? Because this is Bhagavat Katha. We may go and watch so many things, we may read so many novels, they won't do anything except some satisfaction that, oh, now I understood the mystery behind it, I've solved it. But the real happiness comes, the real purpose is solved, which is clearing sinful activities, sinful reactions, is by Katha. Anyone who hears the narration of Dhruva Maharaj and who repeatedly tries with faith and devotion to understand his pure character attains the pure devotional platform and executes pure devotional service. By such activities, one can diminish the threefold miserable conditions of life. So, these two verses are actually very, very nice as part of the Falastuti. So, here we see Achyuta Priya. Dhruva Maharaj's character and reputation are great because he is very dear to Achyuta, the Supreme Person of Godhead. As the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Lord are pleasing to hear, hearing about his devotees who are very dear to the Supreme Person is also pleasing and potent. If one simply reads over and over again about Dhruva Maharaj, by hearing and reading this chapter, one can attain the highest perfection of life in any way he desires. Most importantly, he gets the chance to become a great devotee. A chance. To become a great devotee means to finish all miserable material conditions, miserable condition of materialistic life. And then Mahatmam, what is the greatness? Is that Anyone who hears this narration acquires exalted qualities like him. For anyone who desires greatness, prowess, or influence, here is the process by which to acquire them. And for thoughtful men who want adoration, he is the proper means. Here is the proper means. So all ambitions which are desirable for great persons can be fulfilled just simply by reading and understanding the narration of Dhruva Maharaj. And now from here, here is saying very important lessons how to do this what do we call this parayana is one should chant of the character of and activities of Dhruva Maharaj both in the morning and in the evening with great attention and care in a society of brahmanas or other twice born persons. And I think in this purport only it's mentioned. We should be very careful to read them. Yeah. Let's go through this quickly. So here it is said that only in the association of devotees can one understand the importance of the character and pastimes of the Lord. In this verse, it is especially recommended that Dhruva Maharaj's character be discussed in society of twice born, which refers to qualified brahmanas, not brahmanas, qualified brahmanas, qualified kshatriyas, and qualified vaishyas. One should especially seek the society of brahmanas who are elevated to the position of Vaishnavas. Thus, discussion of Bhagavatam is very quickly effective. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness has been organized for this purpose. Krishna consciousness, it's not like any other uh, um, organization or a foundation, or sometimes we see in India, all of a sudden so many temples are coming. Why? Some interior desire is there. I have seen so many sometimes temple they just do what? They know that like any other businesses, even faith, playing with faith of people is also a nice opportunity to make money. So just like someone says you do this puja, then you'll get that. What you do, you have to pay this much money. Uh, mm, of course, what is it called? Do Rahuket puja. Yeah. Once when I was in Kalahasti, in 90s, that time, yeah, the temple was very simple, but of course it was very, very powerful. Lord Shiva is there, and the all grahas are adoring him as Kavacha. Yeah. And then there is this like, okay, if someone does the Rahuketa puja, then all the doshas are gone. So some started taking to it, and they started doing it, and they got relief. Obvious, yeah, because Lord Shiva is merciful. But then it started becoming a huge business where different people can, yeah, there is a Samohika Rahuket puja that one does for hundreds of people at one shot. But some who has more money, he said, let me do it. Yeah, where a pujari is coming, walking us through, we do it. And then if someone is even more rich, only 5 people in a group, or if someone is even more rich and richer, 1-to-1. Even Sachin Tendulkar went, Ganguly went. So this kind of. So anyway, what we want to say here is that there is always sometimes uh, other motives behind what is, though it seems to be devotion, unless it develops love of Godhead, it's not devotion. So the society of Krishna consciousness, it is organized not for others. Yeah, one may say, hey, they are big temples. They're also collecting a lot of funds. They also have a lot of schemes. To do what? To train everyone to become Krishna conscious. To train everyone that everyone is a devotee. In today's world, where is, if you go outside the home, there are so many shops, supermarkets, malls, movie theaters. Can we practice Krishna consciousness there? No. Is it conducive? Is it flourishing with mode of goodness, pure goodness? No. Such is the situation where we are living. In the past, temples were more, and now the wine shops are more. In the past, spiritual centers were more, but now, what is that? Shopping centers are more. So in that way, the world is degrading. So reviving and re-establishing is the responsibility of a revolution. That's why it's called ISKCON is called Hare Krishna movement. We need to change to make people Hare Krishna, to make Krishna conscious. That is the purpose. In every center of the society, not only in the morning, evening, or noon, but practically 24 hours a day, there is continuous devotional service going on. Anyone who comes in contact with society automatically becomes a devotee. We have actual experience that many karmis and others come to society and find a very pleasing and peaceful atmosphere in the temples of ISKCON. I have seen so many people say, "Oh, I forget myself when I come to the temple." Even my own examples, uh, in spite of driving through all the traffics and having so many things to handle, once we enter the temple, we forget everything. As recommended by Sanatana Goswami, by the process of initiation and authorized training, any man can become twice born. The first birth is made possible by the parents, and the second birth is made possible by the spiritual father and Vedic knowledge. Veda is mother, and spiritual master is the father. So that is called Dvija. Unless one is twice born, one cannot understand the transcendental characteristics of the Lord and his devotees. Study of the Vedas is therefore forbidden for Shudras. Simply by academic qualifications, a Shudra cannot understand transcendental science. At the present moment, throughout the entire world, the education system is geared to produce Shudras. A big technologist is no more than a big Shudra. Kalo Shudra Sambhava. In the age of Kali, everyone is a Shudra. Because the whole population of the world consists only of Shudras, there is a decline of spiritual knowledge and people are unhappy. The Krishna consciousness movement has been started especially, here we see, the Krishna consciousness movement, especially to create qualified brahmanas to broadcast spiritual knowledge all over the world. If you see, whatever programs that are happening in the temple are centered to give this understanding, whether it is even prasadam, whether it is even book distribution, whether it is decorating the altar, whether it is conducting festivals, everything is towards bringing Krishna consciousness back to life in everyone. Then so we come to very important is it is not a business. I think is what is it. When recitation is performed in this way without professional motive, the reciter and audience become perfect. This is again emphasizing that when we saying Bhagavad Katha is so nice, everyone should read day and night. It shouldn't become a profession. Professional reciters may ask money to extinguish the blazing fire within their bellies. Very important. I'll read again. What does that mean? Can someone say what does this mean? When we are getting hungry, for our livelihood, what we do, we go and earn. We take a profession. So sometimes some people also take this katha reading as a profession. Someone is charging some money, and professional reciters may ask money to extinguish the blazing fire within their bellies, but they cannot make any spiritual advancement in improvement or become perfect. It is therefore strictly forbidden to recite Bhagavatam as a profession to earn a livelihood. This is very important. I am going to make money. No, that's the reason I am reading. No, this is how sometimes, I don't know if you have seen, there is this Smarta Brahmanas. What do? They see this as a profession where they are conducting various rituals, and they demand a lot of money. Of course, still because of in the mode of goodness, sometimes they are not able to charge so much, like even a band wala or tent wala or catering wala. Maybe brahmanas are not, but these days even they are coming forward with. But the real culture is what? When they go, they want, the brahmanas want to enlighten others. Yajan Yachan Patan Patan. They learn properly and they teach others properly. That is Brahmanas. No, not other things. Only one who is completely surrendered at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, depending fully on him for personal maintenance, or even for maintenance of his family, can attain perfection by recitation of Bhagavatam, which is full of narration of the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees. So this is very, very important. The process can be summarized as follows. The audience must be faithfully receptive to Bhagavatam message. This is first thing. And the reciter should completely depend on the Supreme Lord. Second thing. And Bhagavatam recitation must not be a business. If done in the right way, not only does the reciter achieve perfect state satisfaction, but the Lord also is very pleased with the reciter and audience, and thus both are liberated from material bondage simply by the process of hearing. And the conclusive two verses. Thanks for waiting, but we'll go through them also because this is very, very important. So, Dhruva Maharaj, the narration of Dhruva Maharaj, this Dhruva Maharaj pastime is sublime knowledge for the attainment of immortality. Persons unaware, I mean, this means that one can, even by hearing to Dhruva Maharaj, can attain Vishnu Lok, Vaikuntha Lok. Persons unaware of the absolute truth can be led to the path of truth. Those who, out of transcendental kindness, take on the responsibility of becoming master protector of poor living entities, automatically gain the interest and blessings of the demigods. So here we see what is that? Those who, out of transcendental kindness, this means not in the mode of goodness to give others, but in the mode of real goodness or pure goodness, to give Krishna consciousness to others, and give this immortal knowledge. By giving immortal knowledge, one can become immortal, just like a medicine. If we give right medicine, the person gets cured. If we want something, just like if I want to become rich, what I should do? I should work, earn money. If I really want to get spiritual assets, I have to drink spiritual drinks. What is that? Kathamrita. So, and immortal to the ignorant automatically gain the demigod's blessings. So one may think that, oh, I'm forgetting in Krishna. After coming to ISKCON, I'm forgetting to worship Durga. I'm forgetting to worship Shiva. I'm forgetting to pray to so many gods in my altar. There are so many are there in the past from our childhood. After all, they all helped me to come. How can I ignore, neglect? Don't worry. If we are hearing to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, if we can take up Krishna consciousness seriously, then everyone is pleased. This is the proof. This is the proof. And not only that, what do? They bless. It is not only that they are pleased. Obvious, genuinely, once they are pleased, they also bless. We don't have to kind of create our own ways. Jnanam ajnanat means knowing, knowledge means knowledge which is unknown almost throughout the entire world. No one knows actually what is absolute truth. Materialists are very proud of their education in spiritual philosophical speculation. Anyway, this is recitation of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is specifically meant to enlighten people for the absolute platform, right? And I just want to go to that. Here we see Deenanath. Lord Krishna is also known as Deenanath or Deenabandhu, the master of actual friend of poor living entities. And we are really in that state because we are having poor fund of knowledge about the Lord. The Deenanaths or the devotees of the Lord. Here we also see that Lord is Deenanath, the master or actual friend of poor living entities, and his pure devotee also takes the same position as Deenanath. So here we have Deenanath, who is the Lord, as well as the devotees who have taken the spirit of it. The Deenanath or devotees of the Lord who preach the path of devotional service become the favorite of the demigods. Generally, people are interested in worshipping demigods, especially Lord Shiva, in order to obtain material benefits, but a pure devotee who engages in preaching the principles of devotional service as prescribed in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam does not need to separately worship demigods. Demigods are automatically pleased with him and offer all the blessings within their capacity. As by watering the root of a tree, the leaves and branches are automatically watered, so by executing pure devotional service, what is happening? By that, even he is uh, uh, attaining the perfection. He is attaining the best, and as this is mentioned here, demigods are automatically pleased with the devotee, and they offer all benediction. Idam Maya. So I am concluding. The transcendental activities of Dhruva Maharaj are well known all over the world, and they are very pure. In childhood, Dhruva Maharaj rejected all kinds of toys and playthings, left the protection of his mother, and seriously took shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. My dear Vidura, I therefore conclude this narration, for I have described you all its details. So here. Chanakya Pandit says, it is said by Chanakya Pandit, life is certainly short for everyone, but if one acts properly, his reputation will remain for a generation. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is everlastingly famous, so the reputation of Krishna's devotee is also everlasting. Therefore, in describing Dhruva Maharaj activities, two specific words have been used. Vikhyata, Vishwa Vikhyata, we usually say, right? World renowned, very famous, and Visuddha, transcendental. Dhruva Maharaj leaving home at a tender age and taking shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the forest is a unique example in this world. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the fourth cantos, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, narrating about Dhruva Maharaj going back to Godhead. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone want to share anything? Anyone want to add anything? Comments, questions? Omkareshwar Prabhu joined in a conclusive session. Anyone? Sarika Mataji, how was it from your reading and hearing?
Yeah, hearing, yeah, it was good, the way you were explaining. And, what I see is very important, that the association is very important, like who are, uh, in this age when you can get influenced by so many things. I think association is very important. And only doubt I had about the spiritual master you mentioned, like some of them don't have a spiritual master, but still somehow they are, trying to follow. I can say it's me only. And then how to move ahead, in this path without a spiritual master?
Life is short. Yeah, just imagine you sitting in a train, no driver. No driver. Now just imagine that world. No driver, sitting in the train. How long you want to sit in the train? You want to just move to a different train. Just you come out of the train, come onto the platform, check what is your next connection, and just get into the train, isn't it?
Yeah. And it is very important to have the someone to guide you, and that's actually the
That is the
spiritual
reason
master. Even
Krishna
though
is,
the spiritual
yeah,
master is not present around you, but he is guiding you. He has his blessings. And
yeah, but we have to really
course,
see that sometimes what may happen is that we think actually Krishna is guaranteeing that in every age, in every yuga, definitely there are spiritual masters. Even in Kali Yuga, there are there in every generation there will be there. And sometimes what we may have is we may have developed a kind of attachment and or kind of ourself committed, right? Okay, so I accepted you as my spiritual master, And then this is coming, for example, who were like from 400 years back, 500 years back, 200 years back. They were there. They have done a great revolution at that time. For example, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, uh, or Shankaracharya. So what we have to say is that, okay, having them, because we have read about their glories, yeah, that will only give us a kickoff to understand that, okay, we have to be on path of devotion. But when it comes, who is now a practical example who can take my hand and guide me is very, very important. That is the reason why the Lord has created such a system, that it is not stopping like, okay, only 500 years back only they were spiritual masters. Even to date, if we really see, there are in the disciplic succession, in these sampradayas, there are disciplic successions, and under their guidance we can still take shelter and actively converse with them. That is the key. We have to converse with them, to open up our heart, to serve them. Are we able to do that? Am I able to serve Shankaracharya? Am I able to serve Ramanujacharya? So we have to really understand that yes, they have changed the face of the world for good, and in their disciplic succession lineage, are we part of it? This is first thing. And the second thing is that, okay, as I said, yeah, there was a vehicle, there is a train that is there, right? Once upon a time, there is a train, and this train was taking people to as a super fast express to their destinations. Sometimes what may happen? This is what you see in, for example, Christianity. When we come to the West, we see so many churches are there. I have seen all these churches are very tall, right? Where are the people? So that train somehow has a challenge until again people really understand that Christianity, Jesus Christ, the message he has taught is really valuable. Until that comes, what happens? The church will be empty. And are we going to wait for that church to be filled? No.
No.
We just, as I said, here we see a worldwide movement that is taking place. Don't we want to be part of that train, which is really, really active? All this, all the fuel is there. The vehicle is performing at its peak. We just want to jump in the train and then go ahead. We don't want to just stuck somewhere. We can definitely, we should definitely, and we have this because they have shown us the beacon light through which we have come to this junction or a platform. We respect them because they have brought us here, but we have to take association of people who are around us, who can give us initiation. Yeah, this is what is main. What is that? So that we can have this guru ashraya, so that that guru is actively um, uh, engaging us in Krishna consciousness. As Sarika Mother, we may not be able to engage ourselves so seriously because one day, Monday I have this, Tuesday I have that, Wednesday I have this. In that way, we have so many conditions, reasons for ourselves to not be so active. But the spiritual master will say, hey, your Monday is not just one day, it is every day you have to worship, you have to take shelter. So that is the reason spiritual master in our life is so important, that by taking the ashraya of such a spiritual master, he will involve in our life. We want involvement only when we allow them. The spiritual masters are they're of course out of their compassion, they are going preaching all over the world, but it is we who have to catch hold of them, and just because they are so heavy and they can carry us also to higher consciousness, that's why it is our duty to hold on. Just like now when you got into this train, right? Now the train is going on, and if you desire to get out, then you are out. The train will still go on. Do we want to get out? No, we want to continue.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So how we do that? Not seeing outside, but seeing inside. We see how beautiful is this train, how many people are inside the train who are enjoying, how nicely they are associating. We want to become part of that association. As soon as when we see out, what will happen again? Oh, we may think, so nice. Sometimes we get realization that, oh, we are far better inside the train, or sometimes we are so curious. Oh, maybe outside also might be so nice, There is a risk. That's why it's very important to take shelter of spiritual master and association of devotees. By these two things, our advancement will be rapid. And the purpose, the point here is Dhruva Maharaj pastime is we can attain that rapid advancement if we are in the association of devotees and take shelter of spiritual master. Yeah.
Ji Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's very important point. Yeah, because sometimes we need to really still understand who is a guru. That itself is still a question. We usually think a guru means one who is not God is a guru. This is what we think, isn't it?
Yes, because somehow he has experienced God, and he's elevated, he's devotee. So we need the association of, the
Yes.
devotee who is elevated. So that's why, we go
Yeah,
to
but
them.
sometimes the Lord Himself arranges as His explanatory expansions in the form of guru.
Yeah.
So, uh, so though we sometimes see a devotee, here we saw already Dinanath. Dinanath means the Lord, and also Dinanath is who? His devotee.
Devotee.
Yeah. So this is all when we are reading Bhagavatam given by Srila Prabhupada, then we understand the position of spiritual master. Who can be a spiritual master? Who is our spiritual master? How to see him? How to associate with him? Everything, all this science is given in the scriptures. Then we have a better clarity.
Yeah, in case of Dhruva Maharaj, like it was like, God actually sent, Narada Rishi over there to be his guru.
Yeah.
And it was God's mercy that he could get such his favorite devotee could be the guru of Dhruva Maharaj.
Yeah. Yeah. But not only in his case, in everyone's case, it is still the mercy of the Lord to find He sends us a guru. But for that we
That's
have
what.
to no. But that is very important that just something Dhruva Maharaj did, then only the Lord sent.
Right.
So we have to do
Like
something.
yes.
No, go on. We have a question or?
No. I was just saying that we have to do some things like maybe Guru Dhruva Maharaj at that moment what was his intention to do, and also because he was so innocent, right?
Yeah.
And
He
God is
was
there in
innocent.
every.
Yeah, he was innocent. At the same time, he was determined.
Yeah.
And so that is the kind of I would say requirement for us. We should always feel that we are innocent. Yeah. Usually we think we know a lot. Innocence comes with that, oh, okay. As soon as someone said, no, we start thinking 10 reasons why not to do it. If now we are discussing now about Guru, then you say, still no, I have some other Guru, or no, I don't have Guru. Do I really need Guru? So many things we still ask. The innocent one, as soon as he hears, he just takes as it is. Full stop.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
and
Whatever you say, and they.
yes, and Dhruva Maharaj being a king, coming in the Kshatriya Dharma, he also is very determined. He is very, very strong. This is another quality. We can't say, I understood everything now. I have heard whole Dhruva Maharaj pastime, and it also means to be very serious. But can I really be serious? It already is a doubt in our mind. That means we don't want to be so serious.
Yes, because scriptures and this helps you. But there are other things which actually can keep you on the path, and what we said, association, spiritual master,
Yeah, but still the
cannot
essence
be
is
replaced by that.
but still we have to be serious. Even though
Yeah, we have
everything
to
is
be
there,
serious.
we
Yeah,
have to be serious. That is a strong message that comes here. If we are not serious, we
yeah.
lose our train. There is one train that is going in this lifetime back to Godhead for us. Do we want to be in or out?
Of course, we want to be.
Yes. And for that, what we should have determination that whatever may come, whatever attraction can be shown from outside, let me still stick to it. As long as I am under the spiritual master guidance, yeah, the spiritual master is guaranteeing me to take to that destination. If I have doubt, I may get down at a platform and change again in different train. But I have full confidence that this train, because the driver is spiritual master, he will definitely take. I don't have any problem. My only business is to engage in the service of the devotees part of the train and also serve the driver, yeah, the spiritual master by supporting what he needs. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice, insight and about how to take a guru shelter and importance of the guru shelter. Yes. Actually, you asked me something, and my microphone I could not switch on because the battery was low and it was not allowing me to click. It was black screen that time. Yeah. Okay. So, but now actually I heard the katha today. I'm very lucky that at least in the concluding session of Dhruva Maharaj, I was able to attend. And we missed in the couple of sessions last time. But today's katha was very nice. It completes actually. It was very fulfilling and completing the whole message. Yes, and in the end, Prabhuji, you also told about qualities of Dhruva Maharaj. 5 qualities was very nice to hear in one of the slokas. And then in the end, you really nicely says that Srila Prabhu, when a devotee or Vaishnava, devotee of the Lord, he spread the spiritual knowledge and make the welfare of the people by spiritual knowledge, he is glorified for the generations. And in competition or in comparison to someone who is doing some material achievements, so he's forgotten. So you said in the concluding remarks actually. And I had only a few days before, on 4th of May, His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj has a quote, and in this quote he says exactly the same thing with an example, nice example, and I want to just recite this small quote. So Maharaj says on 4th May in Yayati Charitra, New Jersey. It was in New Jersey, this katha, and he says, King Alexander attempted to conquer the world throughout his life, but in today's date, not even a single symbol of his word conquest is present anywhere. So Maharaj is giving example of King Alexander, that no traces of his victory are there. And then he say, Maharaj continued to say, on the other hand, Srila Prabhupada created so many temples, inspired so many devotees, wrote so many books, and distributed them throughout the world in just a few years. In his very old age, advanced age, all these temples, devotees, and books are present with us as symbol of his victory. Therefore, it was actually Srila Prabhupada who truly conquered the world. So this is like I just correlated with what you said, that he will be remembered for generations for his spiritual what he gave to the world, the whole world. Yes.
Yeah. Very
Thank
nice.
you, sir. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. No, very nice. Yeah. Examples can help us to remember more.
Yes. And Prabhuji, one thing, I don't know, time is advancing, but you mentioned also about how the people are going to Devi Devtas and getting some material gains and fulfilling their immediate desires and in the material world. So we were in Ujjain. We stayed some good time in Ujjain this time, and Ujjain is known for the temples. And it's famous for temples. Mahakal is there, of course, a very blissful temple of Jyotirling of Lord Shiva. And then there are many temples. Mangalnath temple is there for Mangal Graha, this Mangal planet temple. Then there are temples for each deities, each demigod. There are temples, very famous temples, and they are full of the crowd. And I found some devotees in ISKCON temple who are serving for 15 years in Ujjain or some more than 10 years. And they said they were doing the same. So what they were doing, they were going Monday to like Mahakaleshwar every Monday, then Tuesday to Hanumanji, Wednesday to Ganeshji, Thursday to other temple, Friday. Every day they have a temple visit and they have some vrata that they have to go each day. And so they were telling their story to us, like how people are still doing in Ujjain, the majority that they go to each temple asking their benedictions. And now ISKCON devotees are telling the difference in their life. They say when they were doing this, and now there is a completely difference, like complete turnover in their life. Now they are just doing seva of Radha Madan Mohan in Ujjain temple. So this is really a live example.
Yeah. So which day to do what? Yeah. But thanks. I thought first to finish the katha, but there is also something to add to it that now we are bringing up. I was in Radhadesh attending Chaitanya Charitamrita class by His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj last Sunday.
Yes.
In that I'm still trying to find the YouTube. The YouTube is not there, but at least I recorded the whole class on my phone. If I don't find the YouTube, I'll share the audio.
Yes.
It was all about spiritual master. And now you can imagine how Jayadvaita Maharaj would have narrated, explained everything, the signs of spiritual master. And in that, the shloka was from Chaitanya Charitamrita about if we engage in this, then then we are pleasing. No, it is said that a spiritual master is representative of the demigods. That is the. So I asked Maharaj that we see spiritual master is the servant of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we also see that he is the representative of Krishna, right? And here in this verse that you have selected, it says that it is Supreme Spiritual Master is as a representative of the demigods, and we see that demigods and sometimes we also say Vaishnava is above the demigods and all these things, right? So I asked this question. So here in this context, he said that when we are saying devatas, the demigods are after all representatives of the Supreme Lord, right?
Yes, Puji.
Which means though the spiritual master is the representative of the demigods who are representatives of the Supreme Lord, it means the spiritual master is directly representative of the Supreme Lord. This is one point. And the second thing is also like here we see that the demigods, they don't have an independent position. They are part and parcel of the Lord. They are also representing the Lord in different kinds of administration or different kinds of pastimes, different kinds of purposes. So in that way, having the calling spiritual master representative of demigod is not an inferior thing, or is not a incorrect thing. It is still a correct thing, where a spiritual master position is showing that including the demigods, spiritual master is representative of the Supreme Lord. include. So I'm just wanted to bring this up here. So
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this nice realization. Yes.
technical, but it can also start thinking and creates a, yeah. Okay. Any last adds, questions? Personally,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yep. How are you doing?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I'm good. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this nice, very wonderful class.
Yeah. Always Bhagavatam is blessed.
Yeah.
I
When
see
we
here.
hear what, Prabhuji.
No, go on.
Yeah, I was just thinking that when we hear Guru Maharaj pastime, it itself feels so sweet. And simultaneously, I was feeling like how I don't know when we will again come to this pastime again to relish it again, because still so much is left. So whenever we are reading Bhagavatam, yes, the next it gives us very nice
This
feeling.
fourth.
Yeah, but
A boy can do it, right? This is the spirit here. That a
yes,
boy can do it, and that too, if we say Prahlad Maharaj, maybe from day one we see him all special great qualities and Mahā-Bhāgavat, pure devotee of the Lord. Here we see Dhruva Maharaj had something, he started somewhere, and just like as I said, these days movies, where a hero is coming from a Jhopadbati or some kind of with no great qualities, but all of a sudden he comes across some guide in his life in the form of different ways. It could be nature, it could be society, different way, and then he changes to become a hero.
yes,
Yeah. But don't worry. I mean, this fourth canto is full of kings. Next comes Prithu Maharaj. King Vena, of course. Is not so great to. But still, in his dynasty comes Prithu Maharaj, and then we'll also discuss about Prachetas, Prachina Barhi. So many are yet to come. This, I would say, this canto is about all the kings who served the Lord and attained perfection. In that leading, Dhruva Maharaj is definitely, as I said, the more and more we read, the more and more we just get attracted.
yes, Prabhuji. It is always true for Bhagavatam. It is like magnetic attraction. Whatever you keep, any sort of material, it's if it has little amount of iron also, just little also, it will get attached.
Right. Only thing is, for some time we have to allow the iron and magnet come. No disturbances like a plastic or a wood between.
Yes.
For that time, that's why we have the katha.
Yes, and while having the katha, myself and Dinanath Prabhu was also thinking that yes, we need every single element is so much necessary. The devotee association, shelter of Guru, and so is to hear kathas and having this session, and regular shravanam is also so much essential for us to go on with our spiritual life. So Prabhu. So a lot of gratitude for you to come up with these courses every
I'm very
week.
happy. I'm happy. There was this Ramesh Prabhu in the past was the one who actually said, "Hey, why don't we have this?" We miss him, but through him we are blessed that we took up to this. I don't know. I think Sindhu Mataji is the one who can track how many years have it's been we started this Bhagavatam reciting, but I think 3 years.
2020 Prabhuji.
June,
2020 Prabhuji.
Yeah.
3 years. So which means we have reached 1/3. Still, I'm expecting it will take at least 9 years more. So be ready. We want to become.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you very much, and let's meet again. Tomorrow is anyway Gita Katha is going on, and yeah,
Hare Krishna,
this
Prabhuji.
also. Yeah, Deepali Mataji.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And we would like to invite everyone for today's home program.
So today hai kya?
Tomorrow, sorry.
Didn't plan yet for that. I have something
No.
else today.
Yeah, and especially I have sent a message to everyone, but I don't have Sarika Mataji's number. So Sarika Mataji, please try to come tomorrow. Yes.
In noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not there, I think. So she's there.